I mean, you even passed the interview stage, sef, let's be honest. Because hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jennifer, and it is so nice to see your faces again. No, I'm not actually seeing your faces, but yeah, it's nice to have you back. If you're a first time, viewer, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're returning, how will they be? Hmm? All right, so today we're going to be talking about Tbilisi, Georgia. Coming to Georgia as a medical student, is it actually worth it? I am a medical student here in Tbilisi, Georgia, and I've been here for a little over 2 years now. So I'm just going to list like some pros and cons about like personally what I have noticed and why I would say, oh, is it worth it or is it not? So let's just dive right into the video. My first pro. Okay, so pros, cons. My first pro. Actually, I have a list here. Okay. So my first pro, cost of living is low compared to the States, but it's higher than it was before. So when I initially came, you could get like where we were staying was a 2 bedroom and we were paying like 450, if I'm not wrong, and that was 250 each, right? 225 each. Yes, sorry. Blink a little, I don't do maths anymore, so but yeah, and it was a very comfortable. We had like our bathroom was spacious, we had a dishwasher, blah blah blah. But right now that could be going for like 500 or so, or 600 self, I don't know. But like compared to before, yeah, the cost of living has greatly increased, like prices of apartments, buying food stuff, all of that, because after the war or during the war it started increasing. It has come down, but it hasn't come down to where it was when we initially came in. But still, compared to, I'm comparing to the States because that's where I've been to. And yeah, so I'm just saying from my personal point of view, you can find a comfortable 1 bedroom apartment for 450, 500 now. But before you could find for 250, 300. That will depending on the location as well. In like this, you can find for 250, 300, and it was maybe in Sabotalo or yeah, maybe all this Bake, all those places that you could find for higher. But now it is way higher. Do you get? So, but still on still compared, it's actually pretty low. A con: the school doesn't help with your residency. So as a student living here, you have to have your residency card, and the only thing the school actually helps you with is providing you with a letter you have to submit to the ministry when you go to do the whole process. But let's say you have one issue or the other, you're completely on your own. The school doesn't do anything to help you. You have to go find a lawyer, pay for the lawyer fees, everything on your own basically. And now I'm comparing that to the Caribbean because I was in St. Lucia. The school takes care of everything. Like you're just coming in and you're being a student. But here, like the hustle is real. You gotta hustle for yourself. So for me, that's a big con. That's no. My second pro, transportation is really cheap. As that's public transportation, that's using bus and train is really really cheap. And even using taxis, like if you convert it to dollars, like you're spending nothing, but when you accumulate everything, it's like, oh my god. But public transportation like buses and trains, if you're a student, you get a student card from one of the banks. So with that student card you can pay like 20 tetri. That's about, I don't know, I'll put the dollar equivalent here, but you can pay 20 tetri for your trip, and in an hour you use just one. So it's just one payment within an hour, you get. So if you use the bus or train multiple times within the hour, you're paying just once. So it's just that 120 tetri. So that is a very good thing for, I mean, as students who want to save, right? So, but yeah, that's a very good thing. Now, a con, you have, if you are, I'm Nigerian, if you're a Nigerian that likes to eat a lot of Nigerian meals, my dear, there aren't a lot of varieties here. I mean, there are people who sell things, but they're a bit on the pricey side. So it's more or less like, okay, when if you think it's worth it, if you think the price is worth it, then you go ahead and you buy. Do you get? But like compared to like the stage where you actually have stores, here I think we have just one or two stores that are actually Nigerian owned and they sell Nigerian food stuff like plantain, yam, all of that. And it's once in a while you even get them. So, and like I said, a bit pricey. So it all depends on you. If you feel like, okay, you can afford it when you're craving it or whatever, sure. But someone like me that came from where you could actually just go to a store and just get stuff, it's a big con for me. So another pro is that the school fees is cheap. Like I said, I'm in medical school. My school, Caucasus International University, our school fees for the semester is 2,750. So for the year, you're paying 5,500, which compared to medical schools in the US, and that's crazy cheap. So I think the highest medical school that I know of, or like the highest fees, is either between Tbilisi State Medical University and New Vision. I think one of them is 7,500, one of them is 7. I'm not really sure. I'll confirm. But yeah, I think that's like the highest right now for medical universities. Which, I mean, if you're looking at studying medicine, you actually have to look at places that are cost friendly as well. So for me, I think those prices are really, really good. So a con, the language barrier. Oh my god. Okay, so in Tbilisi, the first language isn't English. It's actually Katuli. There are different lessons, but the main is Katuli. We are taught that in school, like we do Georgian language 1 and 2, but most people don't speak English. It's only like uh, young people that speak English now, and very few like old people. So like when you go to the market, you have to like know 1 or 2 words, or just carry your Google Translate and just tell them what you want. Carry calculator to press the price and ask. It's a whole issue. But most young people actually know how to speak. Like one of my lecturers was actually saying that it was up until recently they started having foreigners in the country. So obviously, like, if you don't have foreigners, why are you learning a different language to get? So when foreigners started coming in, they started having to learn English because English is a universal language. So, but yeah, it's still a big issue. Yeah, you navigate that, obviously. Okay, so this one is for the social birds, all of you that like to go out. So restaurants are relatively cheap. I mean, like I said, I'm comparing them. So spend like having a good time, having fun is actually, you can do that on a very nice budget, and it won't shake your body, like you won't feel it too much. You understand what I'm saying? This medicine that we're studying, sometimes you just want to let loose, have fun. It's nice that you can do that on a budget. Alright, so a con, there are little to no job opportunities. It is crazy, like job searching in Tbilisi as an international student, because number one, the language barrier. So I've met like a few, 1 or 2 Indians that actually work at, let's say, McDonald's, Wendy's, but they can speak Georgian fluently. That's the only way they get jobs. Because if you can't speak Georgian, I mean, someone is telling you their order in the language and just looking. I mean, you even pass the interview stage, let's be honest. Those jobs that people, like students, actually do here are call center jobs. That's what is rampant here, because like they need English speaking representatives and speak English. So yeah, and it's very limited with the amount of international students. Now I'm saying international students, I'm not saying just Nigerians. So that's to show you how wide the net is, because there are Indians, we're Nigerians, Somalians, but from all over the world, even like from all over Africa. There are a lot of people here. So imagine the pool of students actually trying to find a job, and the job opportunities don't match. Another pro, well, as I just recently finished like the theoretical part of my whole medical journey, and I'm starting clinicals next semester. And what I would say, coming from the Caribbean, that was like 3 semesters, 3 trimesters in a year, with these 2 semesters, I love how like the slow paced learning, you're actually going at the time you're supposed to go. You get what I'm saying? Like you're covering what you're supposed to cover with the given time. It's very, very nice. And I like, well, with my school, I like the method of teaching. I'll do a separate video just about my school and the teaching methods, everything, everything. Another con is that personally, transportation is not 24/7. Like, bro, why? I don't get it. I still don't understand it. Why is it 24/7? Like, that's using buses and trains. The buses and trains here stop at 12, and they start off at, okay, trains start at 6 and buses start at 7. So, anything, if like between those time frames, you have to use a taxi, like, or you walk, or you ride bicycle, or you ride scooter. But basically, trains and buses are not available. That's just it. Another con, which this is recent, I don't know if to say it's a con, but there are so many visa restrictions like coming into the country. And I think why it's a con is because like one day they just wake up and make a new rule that may or may not affect you or something, or may or may not affect people coming into the country. So that's a big red flag. They just you can hear something today and tomorrow it has changed. Basically, it can just switch up on you at any moment. So I don't know if this is a pro, but Georgia is a very beautiful country. Like if you're a touristy kind of person, if you like to explore, this is a great place to come and just explore and visit beautiful locations, beautiful attractions. They have so many historical buildings, historical sites, and everything. So if you're into all of that, yes, they have all of that and it's very beautiful. So, but yeah, I hope I've listed all my pros and cons. If you're a medical student here in Georgia and you have some pros or cons, you can just leave them in the comments and let's see. But yeah, thank you for watching. That brings us to the end of the video, and I hope you learned it not to that will help you make your decision if you're thinking of coming here. All right, guys, bye. And remember to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you. With a thumbs up. Bye.